The goodness of God. I think about, sometimes we just have to be thinking about on a regular basis the goodness of God. And my family, we were getting ready to go somewhere, and we were. I think one of my daughter said something about my son has been in this house that we live in for 12 years, and I think about how good God has been to let my two younger kids. This is the only house they've ever known. So he's 12, she's 10, and it just, you can become ungrateful, right? You can get used to being blessed over and over again. But I think it's wonderful to just consider how good God has been to you, whatever it is. For me, I can see the goodness of God my whole life. But in this regard, especially keeping a roof over our head, to keep this same house that my children have lived in, these little kids, they've never lived in an apartment. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the apartment. I'm just saying they've had a nice home to live in. And I think about how good that is, right? And we can be ungrateful. We can think, okay, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, or we always want something bigger and better, right? But I think it's good to just think about how good God has been to us already. Wherever you are, whatever situation you're in, it could be so much worse. And I always think about how somebody would gladly take our place. These things that we're complaining about every single day, that we are unhappy about, that we're praying for God to change, to make it better, somebody would gladly take our place. They would gladly take whatever we're complaining about, the house, the car, the whatever it is. God will gladly take it. I mean, somebody will gladly take it and be grateful. And God can take it too if we're being ungrateful. So wherever you are, whatever situation you're in, just know it could be worse. And two, somebody else will gladly take your spot. So think about if you are, and I'll say something else too, I had in my notes, is that, God has blessed me with these two little kids, 12 and 10, and I'm older, right? I'm 50. And it makes me think about these kids God has blessed us. And he has two parents that are totally crazy people in the world, are entrepreneurs. And so my husband and I both are entrepreneurs. And, to live with an entrepreneur is very unique, because it's not like you go and you're going to get a check every 2 weeks. It's not necessarily like that. There's ups and downs. Sometimes there's no money. Sometimes there's a lot of money. But that we're able to, that God has blessed us to be entrepreneurs, to be creatives, to have these ideas, and we could take something, an idea, and turn it into a business. And you start thinking about, you're just grateful, right? Because the inner workings of a man, we just are a woman, we have these, all of us, we have these ideas, and sometimes we act on them, sometimes we don't. But it's good to have an idea that you can execute. It's good to have an idea you can think it all the way through and put it into action. So just thinking about how good God is and how he blesses us in area of our life, even if we only share our gifts and talents with a few people or hundreds of people or thousands, whatever it is that God, it's still the goodness of God that he gave us this power to get wealth. It's still this goodness of God that he gave us this power to be able to share our voice, in my case, our voice, in your case, maybe voice too, but whatever it is, our gifts and talents with other people. So think about that today, how you could just be grateful for whatever situation you are in, and God's goodness is all over it, right? You can look at every area of your life and you can see the goodness of God. And so for me, just been thinking about that, is how we've been in the same house for more than 12 years, but at least these younger kids, their whole life. And then, to live as an entrepreneur is tough. It's really tough. But just something to be thinking about is, what can you think about? What can you thank God for? How can you see the hand of God working in your life?